I gotta show this one for Michigan hay sales. Here you go, Ray. A little fuzzy this morning, but not too bad. I read your comment, replied to it, what, hell, almost 2.5 hours ago now, 2 hours ago anyway. About 7:30, when it finally gets light enough to see something. The sun's cruising up a gap to get over there because it's actually over there somewhere, should be. But yeah, that one's still on. Cows are still wandering around inside the feed barn over there. They're being quiet now. The cows were making noise a little bit ago. Yeah, rub on that gate latch that's on that post. Fill it full of dander so it gets plugged up and doesn't work right. They're good at that. And that latch I've had apart and redone and protected it so they don't do that as bad. It is what it is. And no, I don't know what's going on yet today. I've been nicking around. I found those two commercially built round light brackets. That's actually 4 brackets there, the extra ones added on to what's there. I have no idea what they came off of. I don't know why, I don't know. But they were upstairs. I might have tore them off a trailer we scrapped, I don't know. Trying to see where I want to put them on the back of here. You know, I find things and then get sidetracked. And I want them on the chassis and not on the sprayer, so pretty much going to have to mount them down there. But what I thought about is put them down there and put the doubles down there. Then come up here. Lights. And mount the single off of this. Put a light up above. Because there's nothing on the cab up there. And I'm not going to end up putting anything up that high. I've already done all the wiring to the top of the cab. I'm not doing any more. And I don't know what else I showed you yesterday, but still not so sure what to do on that clutch linkage. I either got to run a shaft across to run it, or there is a tiny bit of that clutch shaft sticks out the other side, and I might be able to cut the arm off this side, drill a hole out in it, and set it on the other side and get a good weld. I don't know. If it ain't a good enough weld, I'm going to find out the hard way. That's all I do know. And I was looking at hangers. I still got the hanger off the other chassis. Obviously it needs to go down by where the other one is, and I don't want to raise it up much more than that because I got to step over it to get in the cab. So it means it's going to come off the side of the frame to do it. I may lay it right on top of the frame and then angle them down. However that's going to work. Too much shit in the way to do any of that right now. So, I'll bring you back for something. A slop. Isn't that beautiful? That looks kind of like what Hartung has in his pit. Yeah, there's some solider stuff there with some hay mixed in. Only 2 of these big steers left. I think they go this weekend, maybe next weekend, I don't know. They're hiding. But they got the feeder where I can't feed, and that stuff over there was between the gate and the feeder, so I've got to clean her out. Too damn wet to take it out and spread it. Not enough room in the manure storage to shuttle it over there. So I'm just going to shove it over against the fence. They got it broke down right there anyway. It's all rock. The bucket's still sitting on rock where it's at. So if we get some dry weather, I can still get in with the skid steer and load. Or I can get in with the hoe and load manure spreaders. They can back in here. But that's what I'm doing today. Number one's going to feed some bales, and hopefully I'll have this ready by the time she gets to here. We'll see. Well, where we feed the steers is cleaned off, just shoved to the side. Big freaking messy pile. I stayed out of it pretty good, but that thing needed to clean it anyway, so somebody said, hey, take that up and I'll clean it up for you. Yeah, that's on her. She wanted to clean it. Need to adjust tracks anyway, and that undercarriage has been shot for years. Sprockets are okay. Idlers for the most part are alright, except one doesn't turn anymore. The top one on one side, I don't remember which one. But they don't stay tight. This track looks like it's pretty good, the other one's loose, so it needs to get tightened up. Got to do that when it's clean, so more fun. It's best when it's not full of cow manure, a whole lot easier. So, oh well. Show you something else later. And those steers are making a hell of a mess in there. Hasn't even been a week since she cleaned it, but there's too many of them in that pen. That'll change here in the next week or so, I hope. You don't get to see that very often. That would be a, what is that, a 96 Kenworth? They call that one Piglet. That's the one Ron drives. Oh, looky. Ron's down here talking to number one. Imagine that. So, now look, you got to see Ron. Maybe he'll wave, but I doubt it. Oh, he's waving. All nice and clean, and we're gonna go get it dirty. Put the grapple on. Unfortunately, I don't have a thumb, but that's okay. I got like it's a 22-inch pipe grapple. Hang on the end of the boom. I gotta grab a rag, clean some couplers up. Weather Service has issued some warnings coming, talking about some flooding and like 5 inches of rain the next day or two. And we never got the debris out from down by the bridge. That won't be good. If it actually comes, that'll kind of do a number on the bridge. So we're going to get that taken care of today while it's not raining. But I know I got to clean these out. Never have caps on these. And after she got them clean, oh yeah. It don't look too bad in there. There's still a rubber in there too. This one's got a little water up there, so she must have got to it. Gotta have these for the grapple. Yeah, it looks probably acceptable, as long as everything works. I don't know what she's doing. Ron was going to grab his sweatshirt, and I already grabbed him the wrenches. Ron's on his way, and number one's goofing off. Go figure. Hey, look, there he goes, headed into the barn. He's going to get on a bike. It's easier for him that way. She is, it's on. Seems there's a broken bushing in there at the end of the boom arm. And to make things even worse, the pin had rusted up. Not bad for the bucket or for the boom arm, but wouldn't go through the yoke on the clamp, on the grapple. Only go in one way. It ended up going from left to right. Usually we put it from the other way. The center of it, just enough rust. I ground it off 3 times and still finally got it to get it in. Worst thing is, the first try we, beat her in there too hard. Almost didn't get it back out. But, yeah. I'll show you what we're doing, but I can't run this and film at the same time. We're going to get stuff out down here at the bridge so the water will flow.
into concrete. Looks like it's wedged into the concrete piece there or whatever. Yeah. It's coming. It's a big goddamn fence post or something there. Oh. And I can put them back in later.
The water's moving. A little higher on the other side of the bridge now too. Got a bunch of junk out of there. Boards and sticks and whatever else. I was wondering for a minute, I thought I might have had a hold of the footing for the bridge because I wasn't moving it. But a couple of 2x, looks like maybe a 3x10 or something, and you never know what the hell comes down the creek. 4 or 5 good sized sticks. And now I'm going to see if I can get in way over there and get the logs that are jamming it up out. Well, she always runs hot. Actually run quite a while with being up that high. But I got a pinhole in the radiator again. Radiator's rotten and you can't get new ones. And I sure can't afford to have one built for it, so limping her back up and still keeping her cool enough. Clean it up tomorrow, and I don't think I can solder it again. It's already been soldered all the way around where it's leaking. So we may try to get her cleaned up enough for some JB weld. Oh, there's some mushrooms. I need to turn though, and it ain't turning very well. Usually pulling the hills gets her a little warmer. Anyway, there's a pile of sticks clear over there to the right of those trees. A couple bigger logs got out of the creek. Some I didn't find. I don't know where they are. But got that done before we get what they're calling for. If we get what they're calling for. And Ron says he's got about 4 minutes of video that he took. So if it gets to be, you're going to have a long video to watch. I don't know what all he got. But anyway, it is what it is. And yeah, it's going toward 5 o'clock. It's just not that dark yet. So thanks for watching, everybody. There he goes. Those damn dark tinted windows. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a Kenworth. It doesn't turn worth a damn. Not like it's a Freightliner and it can turn, but better than a Peterbilt. It's gonna leave that tinted window up so you can't see him wave. But he waved. He even smiled. So there you go. You get to see a Mini's truck up close.